We are super excited in this household. We got a rock tumbling kit, and we're definitely going to open this up and test it out. So this is everything that comes in the kit. A set of rocks here for you to polish and get all sparkly and pretty. Looks like it has all the different steps, and they're labeled very nicely for the different grits that you'll have to put. This is like the tumbler that you're going to put all your rocks in with the grits. And you have your ceramic tumbling media, little thing to fish the rocks out. And then once you get your rocks all polished and pretty, it looks like they gave you some stuff to like carry it around with you. We're super excited to get started, and we're going to take you along with us all the steps of the way. Pick one and set it on there. Wait. What are we up to yet?
Give me that blue one.
This one? So they said that it needs to be under a pound, and so the rocks can move freely. They need to be able to move freely instead of being too full. So we got them under a pound. We need to put them in a colander and rinse them off. The ceramic tumbling media is what you use if you don't have a lot of small rocks to add in there to fill in all the gaps to help it tumble. And so you're going to fill it to about halfway. That's about all of it. Step 1's grit of rock tumbler, which is coarse grit, 60 grit. Fill the water just until the water covers the tops of the rocks. So you're going to have to pop that in there nice and secure, just like that. Then you're going to put back the stainless steel cover. And you're going to screw this on. Tighten it. Make sure to tighten it all the best you can so it does not leak. Alright, so we're going to turn it on. It's going to automatically turn it on 1. And the first cycle takes about 4 to 6 days, so we're going to go up to day 4. And we're going to put it on 3 speed, which is what the box suggests. We're going to check it on day 4 and see if we want to give it more time or move on to step 2. Alright, our 4 days is up, and we're about to open it up and see what we've got here. And hopefully we'll be able to move on to step 2. It was a little bit loud, so we did put it in the garage. It kind of wanted to jump off the table a little bit. It was sliding off the slick table, so we kind of braced it on both sides. Don't wear nice clothes. You're going to get a little messy. Ooh. Very pretty. Are we ready to move on to the next step, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Next time, I probably will dump it all into one big strainer and just hose it off instead of having to pick all these pieces out of the bowl. I didn't think that through. First thing we're going to do is open this and put the grit in here in the barrel. And we put the rocks in. Then we're going to put some of this ceramic tile back in there. All right. Then we're going to cover it with a little water. Okay.
That's enough water.
All right. And then we're going to put this back in there. Okay, so now we're going to put this back in the garage. We're going to put it on about a 6-day timer. Stage 2, you can do anywhere between 6 and 8 days. And then we are going to put it on speed 2. See you then. Okay, we've definitely made it to step 3 this time, and we've done this for about 6 days now. So let's check our progress. Use the strainer this time. Fancy schmancy. Got some really pretty looking stones going on in here. All right, so now we're just going to rinse them again, rinse all of our parts, our barrel and everything, and we're going to scrub it with Spider-Man toothbrush to make sure we get all the grit off for this next step.
No.
This is just to remove a lot of the old grit because you don't want any grit for this next part. All right, so now we're going to put the stones back in here, and we're not putting the grit in just yet. We're just going to do a final little rinse cycle. Cover the stones with water. And we're going to put the lid back on. Okay, now we're going to put the stones back in here. We covered it with water. We're going to put it back in the garage for another 2 hours, just to kind of rinse the extra grit off. And then we'll be ready to add step 3's grit to get the polishing stage started. All right, now we have let this tumble for 2 hours. Slightly a little longer. Now we're going to put the rocks back in here. After cleaning all that, rinsing the rocks off, giving the barrel another good rinse down and wipe out, I put the rocks back in. I'm going to add the step 3 pre-polished grit with just enough water to cover the stones. All right, so we just got the rocks back in the tumbler. We're going to put it back on there. We're about another 6 days at speed 1. And this is the pre-polish. So we'll see you in 6 days. All right, now we are on step 4. So we're going to see what our stones look like. All right, so now we're just going to clean off the barrel and all the pieces. I'm going to put the rocks back in with just water and tumble it for another 2 hours to clean out all the grit inside of the barrel. And then we're going to add final polishing grit. Okay, we have let these tumble in just water to kind of clean them off really good. You want to make sure that there's no grit left. And so now what we're going to do is put the rocks back in. Then we can move on to the final step of polishing. You're going to use step 4, final polish grit, and dump it all in there. Okay, and then we're just going to cover the rocks. All right, so now we're going to put this back on the tumbler for the next 7 to 9 days on speed 1, and then they should be completely polished. We got a nice little muddy mess here. Wow. Look at that. So pretty. They're very polished. They're gorgeous. Look at that one. It's almost perfectly round. Yeah, these are really cool. Look at that. You can see all the different stones, all the different textures. They're all very smooth, shiny. They're really, really gorgeous colors. This is what my daughter has chosen to do with her stone. It's a rose quartz, and she's making a necklace out of it, and she loves this. All in all, I think this is a really fun kit. Honestly, I've never done rock tumbling before, and this kit makes everything so easy to understand, easy to do. The machine itself, I will say, is a little loud, which it's fine. It's tumbling rocks. So if you have a garage or a safe place like that to put it, it would definitely help you. The other thing is don't be impatient like us. Take the time that it needs for each step. Sometimes if you get a little impatient, the rocks don't completely, I know we didn't completely get this one all the way smooth before we started the polishing steps, and we probably should have left it another day. We still have some more rocks here in our kit because we only use about half of them, and so we're probably going to set this up and do another round, see what these give us. My homeschool kids loved this project, and the next thing we could do is jewelry if we want to. We're going to polish all of our jewelry. Multiple uses for this entire kit. If you're interested in getting a rock tumbler kit like this one, I really highly suggest it. I am going to leave the link for this one down in the description below.